Hey there, welcome to video one. Just in case you got here from the table of contents in the start doc, I'm just going to show you, here we are, webinar invite number one. This is video number one for webinar invite number one, email number one. So I'm just going to open this up. This is the framework. If you're on your own computer, I would recommend going to File, Make a Copy. That way you'll be able to edit, and this is where you can put your copy. And this is just broken down the email that we're going through. So you can also look at the email here with the screenshot. You can zoom in here on this if that's helpful, more helpful to you to see it that way. Otherwise, it's all here. It's just broken into these sections. So the idea here is I'm going to go through the sections. I'm going to move pretty quickly. I don't want to waste your time, but I do want to give you a little more context. One thing to remember is just because this is, Jenna Kutcher's first email invite for a webinar, you could use this or parts of it in other ways. So don't think that you're limited to just doing this for your first email of your webinar, okay? So the subject here is quit wasting your time trying to sell on social media. And this is really identifying a common pain point or struggle of your audience. So, I mean, who hasn't wasted their time trying to sell on social media and it not been fruitful for them, right? Then when we open up the email, the thing right at the top is a countdown timer, which automatically is going to, drive curiosity, urgency. There's a ticking time bomb, if you will, and a link right away to save your seat. So for those people who love her already, they don't need to get very far. They're going to just click that link right away. So this is a great thing to do. You can do this as well. There are different tools you can use for this countdown thing, and a CTA right at the top for those people who are really eager to click. Then we get into the actual copy of the email. Hannah, this would be whoever's name, right? That's a merge tag there. It takes some real grit and perseverance to be an entrepreneur. So already we're calling out, again, we kind of touched on it with the subject line of it's hard to sell online. Here we're going with that again. It's hard to be an entrepreneur, right? It takes grit, it takes perseverance, kind of building up the reader a little bit, right? Like, yeah, I am tough. It is hard, right? Especially coming from someone who's really successful, that makes me feel relatable to them. It makes me feel seen. So this is a great way to start your email. Make the be relatable, call out the pain point again, and you're kind of trying to, connect it back to your event, your webinar, whatever you're going to be selling or asking them to do. Okay, so but when I think about what's generated the most profit for my business, ... This is great to keep people reading, to keep them intrigued. The clear MVP might actually be a little surprising to you, my email list. It's the number one way I drive results. Yes, I mean sales and profits in my business. So here again, we're piquing interest with something about you that builds your credibility and is something that they would want to know about, right? So they look up to you for your expertise in XYZ, and you're kind of a little bit of a story here. Not really, but a little bit of getting into, well, that's why, right? Because my email list has been my number one way to drive sales and profits. Who doesn't want that, right? So that's why I'm going to teach you about it, right? So here we're introducing the what. That's why I'm hosting a free live class all about how to make your email list into your business's best profit growing friend. So this is getting really specific, which is great. From 0 subscribers or 0 strategy to an engaged email list that lasts. Great name, because identifying literally people starting from 0 or people who, have a little bit of an email list, but they don't have any strategy, right? So this is a great title. And then it says here, to make it easy, you've got 3 live times to choose from. So click the time below that works best for your busy schedule. Okay. So this is revealing, what have we done here? We've said the what's it going to be, the topic, and how. Click the link here to watch it now. If it wasn't a webinar, here it says 3 live times. And then we have the buttons here. Grab a seat with just 1 click. This is awesome. If you can do this, I definitely recommend doing this. It shouldn't be that hard. You can just tag anybody who clicks on the button. in your email platform, but that's kind of diverting from this. Anyway, this is just great because you don't have to fill out a form. You don't have to do anything except click this button and everything is good to go. And then you immediately get the email confirming that you've signed up and you won't get any more inviting emails. So this is super easy, super clear, few steps, literally one click. You're going to get the best conversion out of that. If I had to click here and then put in my first name and my last name and my email all over again, you're going to lose people there. So as streamlined as possible here. And then after the button, she said, and rumor has it there'll be a pretty sweet bonus you can only get when you attend live. So this is building curiosity for the event, and it makes people actually want to show up. Because how often do you have people sign up for something or express interest in something and then they don't show up live? They don't show up at all. They completely forget about it. So this is gonna try to make them actually want to come to the live. Then here we have a graphic. This is the first graphic of the email. So you see all that text. This is our first graphic, and this is just, I think it was a GIF. That's why the text here is crooked. So, adding a little, breaking up the text, adding a fun GIF, here's the name of the event, and of course a CTA again to click there to save your seat. And then she says, of course, I have a seat saved for you, Hannah. Again, that would be the subscriber's name. Adding personalization gives it a personal touch, feels like, she's talking directly to me, right? And then we're getting into all these topics that she's going to chat about in the event, or what if it wasn't an event, if it was in a course, what would you get from it? Or a free mini XYZ, what are you going to get out of it? So we want to get into topics and we want to focus on the outcomes, which is what she does here. We'll chat about how to use email marketing to be 10 times more effective than posting on social, right? Linking back to social is not the best way, right? And the truth is your social media probably isn't moving the needle. Yeah. She's calling out the kinds of people she wants to come, right? People who are trying with social and suffering. Hop over the expensive tech setup holding you back. So that's another pain point or another reason people aren't, using their email list to their fullest capabilities. In fact, my thing, super user-friendly, free. Okay, solving the problem, right? Sending out weekly emails without adding more work to your plate and save time. So another common complaint probably that people have, I don't have time for email. Okay, here's what we're saying. We're going to solve that. It's actually going to save you time. Right? So get people to hit the sign up button, blah, 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 blah. Again, I think that should have been another bullet point, actually. That was just a formatting issue. So again, we're focusing on outcomes, getting people to sign up. Another common problem, right? Nobody signs up to my list. Okay, then moving on. So this is like a bolded, bigger font too. Notice that it's grabbing your attention a little more. Your email list is your direct line to your ideal customers and clients. We're reiterating why it's important, right? And then here, if you're not focusing on your email list and you're putting all your marketing eggs in your social media basket, you're taking a real risk. So that's why we should care, right? If I don't do this, I'm putting my business at risk. Why it benefits them, right? Business building and growing and maintaining isn't all leaps and bounds. It's one step at a time. And this is a very important step. So take this next step, which is knowing more about your email list. See you there, Jenna. Okay? So I recommend, read through it a couple times and then start to write out your own version. Good luck.